how are we doing, everyone? Right, we're going to be searching again for potential alien radio signals tonight, coming in from amongst the stars. Listening on a frequency called the hydrogen line, and that is the channel on the radio dial. It's that little yellow line at the top there that scientists theorize it's most likely to find any messages from extraterrestrial life out there. In the 1970s, we may have heard just that, the infamous wow signal was detected right there at the top. One of our best candidates as a potential alien radio signal. And yeah, hopefully we're going to hear something like that again tonight. We've got a little bit of local interference there just next to the red line. That is a local signal. And yeah, hoping that is going to hear something like that, but just over by the yellow line, just a little bit over there. Marie's in. How are you doing? First in. How was your Monday gone, the start to your week? I'm well behind already. As you'll be not surprised to hear. But we've got some red lines coming in, haven't we? Normally this bar is a bit orange and blue, but that it's all orange with a peak of red. So that is showing us actually that the background noise there, the background mumblings of the universe is a little bit louder today. Carl's in the house. Yeah, so what if we got a louder background? It's a bit weird. Maybe there's something to that one. The red trunk, so they change in colour depending how strong the signal is, or how tall it is there. So normally if it's blue, it's just kind of that background noise there, and then it pokes into the yellow/orange. That's meant to be, you know, when, oh, there's a little bit something coming through there. And red is when there's a strong signal. So that's interesting that it's coming through a bit like that. Monday, I'm still good. All I'm going to say, I feel you there. I've taken the day off today. It was Leanne's birthday, so we was trying to do a few things there. But just means I'm further behind with work there. So Tuesday is going to be my Monday there. Hey, up's in, Laura Lass. Haven't missed half the live stream this time. No, you are first in. How are we? Minutes in, mere minutes, Laura Lass. Well done on that one. I'll let her know, thank you. Yeah, we've done far too much today. Absolutely tired, but hey ho, we persist. We'll go on there. So how is everyone else's week kicking off then? Thank you, Mary, as well. I'll pass it on to her. She's having a nap now. Right before bed, but hey ho. But yeah, hopefully we're going to get some of those signals in. So we're already starting off a little bit different today. Oh, here we go, a little bit of signal analysis there, because that background noise is louder. It's coming through stronger, ever so slightly, but it is setting off the analysis a little bit more. So maybe that is a sign that there may be some more activity there coming through tonight. We're still looking roughly at the same part of the sky. Our friends at Fomalhaut, the star, will be coming into range very, very soon. Maybe. Let's have a look actually at Fomalhaut, see if we get some facts about it. Because if it's coming in, we need to know a little bit more, don't we? Fomalhaut, Fomalhaut. Let's have a look there. Bright star in the Pisces Austronus, meaning month of the southern fish. Okay, relatively close. It's about 25 light years. Okay, so that's Vega close, guys. That's quite interesting there. What's vanished? Oh, some things come up in the news here. Did Fomalhaut vanish? What's this? Brightness and visibility. It has an apparent magnitude of 1.16. Okay, so 1 is our star sun there. So it's slightly brighter than our star there. So it's not going to be as bright as Vega, even though it's the same distance there. It's the 18th brightest star in the sky there. 25.1 light years. It's a white star, A3V class. We in M class is our sun. And it's 1.8 times larger than the sun. Okay. So it's a big old boy. It's a multiple star system with 2 dwarf companions, Fomalhaut B and K type dwarf Fomalhaut C. So you've got a red dwarf and a K type dwarf and a red dwarf there. Interesting. Exoplanet candidate. An object initially thought to be a planet named Fomalhaut B, or Dagon, was directly imaged by the Hubble telescope around the star, but recent studies suggest it may be a large dust cloud resulting from a collision. Interesting. Let's err on the side of potential exoplanet there, because that would be nice to think, wouldn't it, that I mean, we do think that most stars do have planets around them, have those exoplanets, but it'd be nice to think, wouldn't it, that as Fomalhaut comes into range there, there is at least one planet that we know of there. Thank you as well, Carl. I'll pass that one on. And Shepsy's in the house. How are you doing tonight, Shepsy? Are you all snuggled in the motorhome there with Tickers and Alvin? So we're just discussing Fomalhaut. You should see it there on the chart. There, it's just about to come into range of our dish. And we're looking at it. So there are 3 stars in that system. So our sun is not rare necessarily, but most star systems we do believe to be binary systems, to have 2, and sometimes to have 3 there. This is the case there, a trinary star system. So there is a C-class star. So not quite as bright for the mass as ours, although overall it's a little bit brighter. And 2 dwarf stars. And potentially a planet there called Dagon. What an interesting one. Fomalhaut is the loneliest star. Okay, that's an interesting headline there. Astrology facts, let's bring this up, but directly imaged by Hubble, so that's quite an interesting one. How you are all tapped in there, good to hear it. It's getting cold. How are you going to survive those cold months there? Yeah, so the 18th star, excluding Sun, in order of apparent brightness, it is used in navigation because of its conspicuous place in the sky, a region otherwise lacking in bright stars. As we can quite see, look, it is a big gap around that area there, isn't it? Otherwise lacking. Southwestern of Pisces, yeah, 25 light years. It's a white star. So white stars are quite difficult to image, those potential exoplanets there, because they're so bright. So how we normally do it with all these telescopes, when you're hearing that they've detected planets around other stars there, so it's not like when we get our telescopes out and we're looking directly at the only object there. What it is we're looking at the shadow it causes as it crosses its sun normally, and red dwarfs are easier for us. So the brighter stars, it's difficult because they are so bright. It's difficult for us to image those objects there, to see those dips in brightness as a potential star, potential planet comes in across them. Then that's why we've got a little bit of a bias at the minute. We haven't really found any Earth-like worlds or solar systems similar to our own, but we also can't really see a lot of them. So we've got that image there, the brightness. That's the issue, one of the issues anyway we have in seeing exoplanets around those stars. But also we have our angle as well. So if you imagine, obviously we're all rotating around our star roughly on a very similar plane here, all on that flat line. We all kind of share that. So other star systems are probably going to be very similar to that, so we have to catch them kind of dead side on, or their orbits will never, from our point of view, go in front of their star, and therefore we won't see that dip in brightness there. So yeah, we have a few things getting in the way of us potentially finding other Earth-like planets, but we're slowly getting the technology there as well. Raf is in the house as well. Kate too. What's happening? We've got another SETI stream, but let's not jinx it. Touch wood though, the clouds are apparently going to be somewhat minimal tomorrow. So we might have a chance of catching something interesting there. And Laura Lass as well. Yeah, I do think you are the only one over on Twitch at the minute. Let's have a look. Oh no, there's a few of you. Let's have a roll call. Who's joining us on Twitch? Who is over with us on YouTube as well? We've got a few of you over there. We're slowly filling up now, guys. If you are joining us for the first time, we are looking for potential alien radio signals coming in from amongst the stars. We're listening out there across the sky, currently pointing south, basically directly south here from our point of view in Wiltshire in the UK, listening for those radio signals. If we get one, they'll come in on that top bar at the top, and then this middle section here that's a blue and orange, that'll be the deeper signal analysis, and this section here is where our dish is pointing. And as you can see, there's Fomalhaut sort of just about there, which will be coming into range soon. We've just been discussing that there are potential exoplanets that we may have discovered around that, so it could be interesting there. But yes, where are we? Raf's in the house, and Carl as well. Wonder if the signal is getting stronger because of Free Act is getting closer. Could well be an interesting correlation there, actually, Carl. So yeah, we've noticed when we came on the stream, look, we're starting to get a little bit of the flashing in the blue. But this is normally mixed blue and orange. It's quite diverse there, and the colours differentiate the strength of the signals coming in on all those frequency bands there. So blue is the lowest, orange is sort of midway, and red is that there's a nice clear signal. Not that red, that is just the deeper signal analysis. But if you look, there are 2 spikes. So this displays the same information as above, but it does it slightly differently. and it also has a different job when it doesn't there. But if you notice, there's two slight peaks, which is not fully displaying on the top there. So maybe there is something going in. Not only is it all mostly in the orange there and stronger, but we're getting these two peaks. That could be interesting there. Marie as well. Plus, we have two comets due to come past Earth this week. A good point there. What's the other one? Swan is one, isn't it? And then there is another one as well. So maybe that activity there is spicing things up a bit for us there. Raf been watching Ghost Theory and waiting for you. Oh man, I need to put on a bit of that later. I think I have a chill out. I do like a bit of Ghost Theory. Very jealous of the cameras that they have, but they go to interesting places. They do a lot of the. I'm assuming it's urbexing rather than permission visits there. But you've got the nerves of urbexing getting caught there. What sort of criminals are you going to run into? And then also the ghosts on top of that. So very brave boys. Can you imagine that there? Kate, my Twitch was messing up, so I might have to do a reinstall. It might be on the Twitch end because they had Amazon Web Services, which runs a lot of the back end for a lot of people, I think including Twitch, having a sulk there. So it might be that you're having issues with there, and hopefully they'll resolve that soon there. Marie, I don't think I've seen that amount of orange before. No, I don't think I have either. And that is very interesting, the correlations there that both you and Carl have noticed with the activity that we've got going on. It does seem like our baseline there is a little bit louder, and there is a nice strong block, isn't there, directly where we want to see a signal. There is something there. It's not clear enough to say for definite, but there is something interesting there, right where we'd expect to see us. Hopefully, this is going to do its job and tell us if there's a signal in there now. Come on. Come on. Ah. Not quite. But hopefully, there. So yeah, it's a bit strange. We're getting some different signals in tonight. Maybe that is a foreshadowing. Loris might have to head over to YouTube. Maybe, yeah, I think Twitch has been having some issues today. It's typical, isn't it? Nothing ever goes as smoothly, does it? It's always something going wrong. What did I manage to set up the other day? Oh, I'm thinking of a way of being able to bring Alan in onto Twitch, because there's a lot more interactivity when it works there. So there's a way that we could bring Alan into the comments on Twitch potentially, which could be very, very exciting. I'm looking forward to that one. The block is usually closer to the background system signal. It does seem that way, and it is changing, because earlier you can still see the slight ridge. Let me get my cursor over here, so you should be able to see that. So normally we get a ridge like this here, which is meant to represent the spike, and I don't know why it bloody does that. It should be a lot taller as far as I understand. But yeah, we normally get that, and we did have it there, and we have this second block as well. And now that one's gone down, and this one is very prevalent, and it's right in the range where we want to see it. So obviously right on the line, the hydrogen line there is where we'd expect to see the signal. But the other part of this is with potential Doppler shift, which means the source of the signal may be moving away from us or coming towards us. There means that signal, the frequency might ever so slightly change. It might either come towards it slightly or pass away from it, depending which direction the signal source is going there. So this whole band where we're seeing this nice rise is of interest to us, not just that spike. So maybe it would be fun. It might get a bit hectic there. What would Alan say? I can only imagine it going downhill. No, getting into my head. Used to. A married couple on our comments here. But yes, that is an interesting one, isn't it? We're starting to get some blue. Ooh, and it has come up a few times. No wonder it is, because that even to us visually looks like there's something interesting there. So no wonder this is setting itself off. No, that one went for a bit too fast. I think there's anything there. But that is interesting. We're lowering there, which again is matching ever so slightly. There are slight peaks and troughs in the background noise there. Do my best in a fun, of course. So that is interesting, and we are just about to get Fomalhaut in range. I think there. Are we going to see that one pick up? But is it, yes, more connected to the activity that we've got in the solar system at the minute? Those two comets passing by, plus a 3-eye atlas getting very, very close to us now. Does it just mean there's a lot of background chatter going on there? Excuse me. So, good news as well. Did we mention it yesterday? Laura's jumped over from Twitch as well, so we're all going to be on YouTube tonight. There's still a couple of people on Twitch. Hello, Twitch people. But if there's issues, yeah, maybe we're going to be YouTube heavy tonight. But that's no shame, is it? But yeah, I can't remember if we did the updates. But yeah, we have ordered the new computer. We need to name it, so we'll do a poll at some point in the thing. In the old Discord. There you go, Sam. Words. So we'll do a poll for that one. And we've also got to the, what do you call it? The thing. A couple of you guys did say that you wanted to help out, and obviously no pressure to, but if you did, the link for that is in the Discord as well there. But hopefully that is going to mean that we'll have nice, fast, speedy, clear streams when it arrives. That's going to be fun. Being able to go across all platforms at once. You're sitting there in your lonesome on it works for you, but you're just there on your own. There's still a few people over on Twitch. Should we have a roll call? Who have we got in there? Tickers, there we go, is in. Twitch isn't giving you the chat room again, and the picture's crap on Twitch. I'm blaming that on your internet there. Well, we'll have no excuses, will we, once the new computer arrives? It's all going to be very slick and very fast and high definition, and we're all going to enjoy that one. So, roll call, come on, who have we got hiding over on Twitch still? Say hello, join our little community there. And I think we've got everybody in from YouTube. Where are we sitting on the old YouTubes? Yeah, we're about right there. So yeah, we're already starting off tonight with lots of interest. It's getting a little bit more blue. Okay, so at least we know it's not frozen. So more blue there. This is quietening down, but we're still seeing this ridge in this area. Very, very interesting. Very interesting out there at all. But we're not getting a clear on the spike. So why is that? I'm going to have to look into why that one's not displaying, because I would expect that to be a nice, precise red spike there too. Oh, come on. No, that's frustrating there. It is very orange, Tickers, you noticed, right? It was all orange. It was solid orange for the first part of the stream. We had these two ridges there and there, which is very interesting. Notice thing, you know, because it's analysed there's something coming in there. So obviously this is much more dynamic. It can be very, very precise and show those individual spikes. So this works on averages. Although it's not as precise, it can show us something that our eyes can miss in all of this chaos here, because it's working on displaying the averages. So interesting there. Rosetta is in the house. The weather is absolutely... Oh, it is Rosetta. I don't want to jinx it, but tomorrow there may be minimal cloud. Not no cloud, but minimal cloud. So I am very, very much looking forward to getting that camera out. I don't think the camera knows what's hit it. It's had the most time off. Just sitting there getting dust. I think there's literal spider's webs on it. I don't think we've had a run this bad for weather, have we? Hey-ho. We'll get there. We'll get there. At least we have things like this. You're measuring curtain material. Now that sounds very crafty. I hope, Rosetta, that the material is a repetitive print of that cake, or just the face part of it. They were curtains. There's curtains I would buy there. It's officially rained. It's been officially raining for bloody weeks here, Tickers. 100% of fake nails. It sounds very therapeutic, very relaxing, very crafty. Definitely a lot more orange than normal. Carl, you are very, very right there. It's very strange. Not quite sure what to make of it. I need to do a little bit more. I mean, I programmed this myself, but I don't fully understand it. So I'm going to have a look into that. And why it's there. Why are we still not getting the clip? Why are we getting this little plateau here? It's trying to, but it's really not showing anything there. It must be to do with how it averages things out. Hello? No. One day I'm just going to get so complacent with that not coming up with anything there. I'm going to get so complacent. It's going to go green, and I'm not going to realise, and you guys will be going, "Oh, it's found one." What? Actually, does it record that? I need to figure that bit out there. It is very, very yucky at the minute there. Get it printed on a shower curtain. Yes, 100%. It's for the bedroom. No one needs something that cursed in the room they sleep. Could spice things up a bit. Does the cake monster have a name? I think it needs a name. And if I don't receive a green one of those posted to me in January, I could be very upset with you, Rosetta. Right, it's looking ever so slightly more pronounced there. When it'll be totally out of my... Although it is designed to flash up if it does find something. So we test that to make sure that's still working and I've not like bugged it. Right, so don't get carried away. We're just going to run the test. Okay, so that part of it is still working there. But, answer the postcard. No, let's tune in one. So yeah, it looks like the alert's still functioning there. So hopefully that would get my attention. Since that was horrific. Bob the cake. Bob's a classic every year. So come on, are we gonna get something in tonight? I mean, we got something. It's that weird middle ground, isn't it? It's like we're seeing the stationary flashing on the live Skywatches. It's something. It's definitely anomalous, but it's not quite conclusive. But we are seeing a clear ridge here. It's quite consistent. Oh. And this has gone a few times. No. Always there. JD Fonts. Not sure what's more horrific there. It might be insulting the cake. But yeah. Where are we to that one? Right. Yeah, we are getting a defined ridge there. Maybe we need to restart it and see if it... I don't think it's an error. Doesn't look like an error. It's moving still, so it is basing it on something. Very, very interesting. These are getting more the blue, so that the general background noise is quietening a little bit. We are seeing something over here, though. It's ridging, building up, isn't it, for... Is it 1.42 there and 2.1 there? Atlas, yeah, that's a good one. But that's too kind. It's too nice, I think, for the cake. the cursed cake. So, definitely so. It's cake after all. Is it cake? Do an Allen cake next, I think. Yeah, I don't know what to do with that. Because that's nice. It is nice and clear. Where's A up? Love this. Dearie me. What did I catch earlier, actually? Where was it in my news? Hold on, there was something. Totally blanking on it. Nope, it's disappeared for me now. There was something else about life out there. Nope. No. So we've got, what was it? I don't think it was Enceladus, because we spoke about that one previously, didn't we? Mayor's in. How are we doing there? Fuckbutt. I like Fuckbutt. That's quite good. Yeah. It does sound quite catchy. It's like a children's book. There. Good to see you. It's probably Free Atlas. Aliens are having a party. I've seen how crap the Earth is. Yeah. We're picking up their Bluetooth speaker signals. This is what that is. Coming, it's getting more pronounced, ever subtly. It does seem to be a bit there. Oh, Murray, yes, you're over there. I'm used to seeing you on the other one now. Over on Twitch. We're naming the cursed cake. We are, but I think we've settled on Fuckbutt. Laura. A up. Oh no, so that was Marie there. So you're A up Laura last, and then we've got A up Duck and me over on Twitch. I'm blending everybody's names in together. You're confusing me, guys. You need to have one consistent name across it all. Fuck Bert Humberting, yeah. That's a classic, wasn't it? Oh yeah, I shall have a drink in a second. Thank you for that. Yeah, you're over there tonight. Oh, losing track of everyone. Well, I'm glad you've seen the strangeness here. Is it getting more pronounced? We need to have a way of a little marking this actually to show any growth, because we're getting something interesting there. A up Fuckbert. It's the full name of the cake. A slice of delicious Fuckbert. Yeah. Well, it confused me, Laura, when you were first over on Twitch with that. I was like, wait a minute, is that what? No. I'm losing track. Christian names only, all right? First names, that's it. Or make it even easier, we'll assign you a number. I might be able to get that. We have a winner. We definitely do there. So, yeah. Well, it's something, guys. We've actually seen some movement here. We're getting something, but we can't filter out a signal. It is very, very subtle, and that is a lot of background noise. I'm not surprised it's not able to pick something out of that, but visually, there is something interesting going on there tonight. And it is interesting that it is tonight, isn't it? Because as you said, we've got all these other objects closer. So if we're looking for other correlations, as those other comets come closer and pass by, will that increase and then fade away as they pass? Is that a link we can make there? Who knows? I want to change my username on Twitch to just lower less, but it won't let me for 50 days. What? Take it to Dragon's Den. A Derby Plus. That's the great way of describing it, yeah. Reminding yourself. No, you mentioned it a minute ago. It's in my head there. Can't teach an old dog new tricks. Take me a long time to learn that one. My name is Rosetta, and I'm looking for 10 billion quid for a 0.5% stake in my cake. Fuck, but it's just the one cake. You're not making multiple cakes. Although, it does look like he could be a fad. I can imagine him being the latest kids' craze. What are those cursed dolls that everybody was going crazy for? Side of an L recently, yeah. I'm not a number, I'm a human being. No, your numbers. Your number 4, Laura Lass. Who gets to fight over number 1? Fuck with that, I'm out. Can we officially license Fuckbert for merchandise, Rosetta? I feel like a range of t-shirts would be pretty cool here. Not made of cakes. But Fuckbert is literally made of cake. Let's try that. 79 divided by 2. Oh. Don't know. 39.5, is it? I don't know. Anyway. And aliens. Is it me? Is it every time I turn back, it looks to be slightly more defined? So either the side frequencies are lowering or it's getting ever so slightly higher. If that goes red, that could be very, very interesting to us there. Laura, can I be number 3? It's my lucky number. Go for it. I'm going to forget now. Fugglers might be annoyed with the creation. Oh, I've heard of those as well. But they're swimming in it. What's the latest in space? Maya, I've been so off the ball lately. I'm fully relying on you guys to let me know the updates at the minute. It's just, everything's a blur. Everything's a blur. I'm very much looking forward to getting back into an actual routine with this lark. It's really caught me off. By the end of the week, I'm sure I'll be a little bit more on the ball there. But I've got a feeling there was another planet. Ah, yes. Ceres. With a C. Is it Ceres? It's a planetoid / asteroid. They keep arguing on the definition, kind of which one it reaches there. But they do think a Ceres may also, well, it's definitely got all of the building blocks, kind of like on Enceladus. It's got all of the organics there, and even some potential, what do they call it? The old, it's not plate tectonics, is it? It's the old, the hot core, basically, that could potentially interfere, could cause life. So what we're on now, we need a little chart, don't we? Because it's Venus, Mars, Earth, obviously, Enceladus, Ceres, Europa. So what are we on now? Six bodies. That is a right sweeping chart. There's going to be others that match that sort of size. Raph, at the moment we have Free Eye, Swan, and Lemon. Is that what the other one's called? It's busy up there at the minute, isn't it? I really want to catch one on camera. I'm not sure what our chances are going to be for Free Eye, especially with the luck that we've been having with the weather. But it's going to be an early one. Who's up for an early one? It'll probably be like 6 a.m. our time here in the UK. See if we can eventually catch Swan. Might get a few of the Americans joining us at that time, though. She's not, as you say, swimming. Oh, no. Oh, but I thought it was going popular. She needs a fuckbutt cake. That'd sort it right out there. Uranus black hole cake. That's a separate. That's Alan's OnlyFans there. I've been at work and I was hoping you could film me on the news. I rely on you guys to send it to me. Yeah, no. Yeah, wrong community. After dark. It's always after dark. Yeah. They do name comics after people that found them. Sort of, they have a committee, don't they? Who agrees on the final one? There, we need to. I think we need to to write in to name the comic after that or after fuckbutt. ABC has reported it is a comet. I mean, I think evidence-wise, it's still leaning to fancy interstellar object there, but it's the contextual stuff that still makes me go, are we sure? It doesn't want me to, I don't want to seal the lid on it just yet, just because of that radio silence. I could totally see a world where, you know, it is just a shutdown, it's bureaucracy and things like that. But yeah, until we get a bit more, I think, Uranus black hole cake. It's too much of a visual for, yeah, that image is straight there. I don't buy their news on it because NASA and China have been saying exactly. Wow. Exactly. Yeah, so, you know, if we're thinking all of these bodies are potentially going to have life, are we thinking this is panspermia there? Maybe it's that initial chain of life, that instance of life that started on one of these bodies at some point there and has developed and spread around? Or is it abiogenesis, individual cases of life emerging from nothing, or whatever those raw materials are there? Because if that is the case, it could be very, very interesting and also very, very dangerous. Have you guys heard about the chirality, the issue around that and I will butcher that when I explain it. Whatever signal we find instead of the wow, it'll be known as the fuckbutt signal. Actually, that would be our version, because you know why they call it the wow signal, don't they? It's because the actual printout, because it wasn't on the graph like this, it was just lists of numbers. I'm going to find it for you. Hold on. So when they checked the printed out paper with the results, the number, the guy circled it and wrote "wow" with an exclamation mark next to it. There you go. Hold on, let's bring this up big. Where's my thing here? There you go. So that's why they called it the wow signal, because as they're looking through the printouts, you can see the signal strength there. So they wrote wow, and you know what our one would be? It'd be fuck. In fact, I'm taking that. I'm going to make that's on my list of things to do there tonight. Let's adapt that one to the fuck signal. That's tickled me, Raph, that has. Great, I keep singing fuck, but is it an awful kick to the tune of Black Beauty? I want the actual rendition. Send us that on a cassette then. It's very possible it could be aliens just like us out there. It could well be. I mean, that is something that I think is very interesting, isn't it? When you're looking at all of the instances of actual close encounters of the third kind, when people have actually seen the aliens, there, they do look very similar to us. They're bipedal, they've got big heads on shoulders and things like that. And there are some differences, but could it be that we are all linked? Maybe very early on. Maybe right back almost to a microbial level, but starting from that point has caused those similarities as things have evolved. Maybe we have got a lot of interstellar cousins around there. Why can they not be honest with us? I don't believe 3i is just a comet. Well, I mean, that is the question, isn't it? And we'll probably be looking at this. I mean, one argument is that they probably don't think that we're ready for it. And might not be wholly unjust to think that way. There would be, I think, friction, pushback, all sorts of issues around that one. But as we've said before, I think we're going to have to get with whatever reality is. Maybe they're hoping if it isn't a comet and it just flies by, they don't have to answer the questions and they can keep the things under wraps that they want there. The changes in the polarity metrics. Sounds like you're giving Captain Spock some orders there. No, it's not Captain Spock, is it? Oh, God. Showing my knowledge of Star Trek. I meant Scotty. That's what I was doing. Yeah. God, I'm gonna get in the neck when I scroll down those comments for that one. Jesus. No, so I think your chirality is with life, isn't it? So you've got left-handed and right-handed life. Basically, they mirror each other, but they use the left-handed proteins versus the right-handed ones. Well, we don't use anything that's right-handed there. So in nature, we've developed to just work on those. Oh God, it's one of those things that you think you know, and then you go try and explain it, and it can't there. But essentially, it's a mirror image of life there. And the idea is that there's no reason why our form of life picked this left-handed version, picked all the left-handed proteins and things to eat and reproduce and all that sort of stuff from there. No reason why it was left. As far as we know, it's an arbitrary decision. So there could be life out there that is right-handed. And if that is the case, then it's definitely a totally different strain from us there. And also, if it came into contact with us, that could be very, very bad. In fact, the label release experiments that they did on the Viking landers, one we mentioned before about them saying, look, it does look like there is microbial life right there at the minute. The other version of that test was to test for chirality. And that would have been very, very interesting. That would have been a very unambiguous there. I get some answers from that. Because I'd love to hear Clive Murray reporting on this. So today, a bunch of amateur scientists, amateur space watchers, witnessed a signal from space called the fuckbutt signal. Yeah, it's exactly what it'd be like. Chirality just means it's not a mirror image of itself. It can't be superimposed onto itself. Ah, is that what it is? It's the left and right. It's best on my thing, my knowledge of that. I still stand by what I sense, and it isn't just a comet. Well, you have been picking up on these things, haven't you, this whole time? And not just you as well. There's been lots of people in the community. Now, is it a general sense there? Is it because there's so much activity out there and we're all connected, maybe a bit more than we expect in the old, the cosmic sense there, in the same way that we interact with the moon? Those things being picked up upon there. The shopping list, yeah. I think it's probably quite safe there, Mayor. Probably best way to do it. Yes, as Lawrence agrees there. Carl should have a satellite or a space telescope called Fuckbutt. the Fuckbutt Space Observatory there, as the official name there. The F signal, yeah. Hey, Scottish Plane Spotter is in the house. How you doing, sir? Good to see you over here. I've really have been having a deep convos at work about this, and I stand by. So interested. So at work, are there a lot of people like yourselves that are interested in all of this? Because I think a lot of our community find that they can't really share these things at work. So are the general public interested, as interested there, or are you happen to work with a lot of like-minded people? Where are we scrolling through here? Interesting that if we're the left-handed side, we're the sinister ones. Yeah, actually it does kind of fit, doesn't it? The energy of this 3i is off the charts. Well, I mean, we're literally seeing something tonight, aren't we, on our charts here? So very, very strange for us indeed. Hey ho. It's very, very interesting that Funwall is nearly in range. Right on the outer cusp there, and I'm waiting for this one to come in because I've got a feeling. I have a feeling. But it makes sense that, you know, as the Earth has rotated and our position in the sky has changed, that signal hasn't actually moved with it as we'd expect it for it to be an off-world signal. So it would imply that it is much more local to us here, matching the Earth's movement at least to the majority of the degree here. So again, these closer objects would fit in with that, all of these comets and things. It's very vibey. It is a bit. It's 50-50. Ooh, I like it. That's probably a better, what do you call it? God, no words today. A better dispersal there than most people have. God knows I can't air anything like this at work. 12 days until Halloween. Yeah, hopefully we're going to be back rolling everywhere in time to do the Halloween special as planned. We are hoping. What's the small row of spikes? It's a mohawk. Yeah, so exactly, Ticker. So this is what we're talking about. This is what is interesting tonight. So we are seeing the increased signal range here, right where we want to see something, which is strange. It's not quite clear enough. We're not getting an obvious spike at the top. We're not getting any red like these going red. So we're not getting a clear signal, but there's something in on this range here. And we did have two. We had the one that we expect earlier. So these work. This is obviously very, very precise here because it can just go up and down here. So it's very, very, very precise. This works on averages. So there's something about all of those ups and downs because it's pushing the average up across that. So it does imply that there's some activity. There's something going on. And we've never had that here. But also, we're not getting anything at all. That is, for some reason, that's not a spot. Normally we'll get the plateau, but we'd get it over here as well. So there's something going on tonight. Prefer Halloween to Christmas? I mean, I can feel that. I think a lot of people do nowadays, don't they, really? It's definitely a particular time of year. I'm wondering what it's going to be like for us here. Is it going to be one of these places that trick-or-treat, or is it going to be one of the places that don't? So we're either going to have a lot of sweets left over, or I'm going to have no sweets for a week myself. There. It keeps analysing stuff. So yeah, it does seem to be really, really active. In fact, as we can tell now, look, it's going back to its regular orange-blue distribution where it normally is. But when we first got on the street, this whole section was orange, implying all of this background noise was much louder. There was something going on there. And again, that has changed. So that could be directional there as the Earth rotated away from that signal source. Potentially, if I could be bothered to unbolt the aerial, climb out on the roof and point it back that way, we might see it all go up again. Something coming from that part, of space there. But yes, we're kind of getting the averages here, but we're still getting this plateau, which I don't know what to make of it. It keeps, yeah, it's definitely doing a lot of analysis tonight. Okay, the one day a year I can be a bog witch and blame it on a holiday. I like it. So when a fashion catches up with me there. Did they say Free Eye will pass Earth November the 5th? Possibly. I've totally lost track because it's going to be coming out. Is it late October? It'll come out, but we still won't be visible to us because it'll be having to come out from behind the brightness of the sun. So it'll be a few days. So maybe because when it is at its closest pass to Earth, it is going to be directly behind the sun. So we have the sun in the way. It's much cheaper. You're definitely right about that one. 29th, 3 Eyes meant to go behind the sun. Oh, okay, so it's still got that bit to go. So it'll probably still be behind the sun then in early November. Marie, you're right. It's gone down because that was basically solid orange earlier there. Often used. What's with the red? So the red, we haven't got any red here, have we? So we've got the red line. That is just it's just the marker, sort of where the audio is coming in from. Basically, what channel we've selected for the audio. but we have it slightly offset at the minute, so all of this roughly lines up. This red here, this is our range. This is where the dish is pointing, so our most likely targets. It's not very precise, but it gives you an idea. That's why this is pulsating, because in theory, if a signal was strong enough, we could catch it out on those fringes, but that is where our fixed dish is pointing to. There's too much pressure to be Merry Christmas. I'm turning into Scrooge. Yes, definitely there. I'm subscribed. Excellent, Scottish. Thank you for that. Good to have you on board. But we should also be back over on TikTok in a week or so. We're waiting for our new machine to be made and posted to us, because sadly the local person just didn't get back to us. Typical Facebook Marketplace. So we're just waiting for that one to come. So it's going to be about a week or so. But when we do, in theory, everything should be much fancier and much higher quality, and maybe we'll be in time for a good run of clear skies to maximise that. Ticker's the best part of X-Men is a box of delights. 3 hours back to back. Feels like 6 hours though, doesn't it? It's a good story though. Mary isn't my skill set. I'm not a fan of enforced fun. That's the best type of fun. Enforced. You have to have fun. I'm thinking 13 everywhere. Ooh. Is that do you think that's associated with 3i as well? I just like the pretty Xmas lights and the glitter. I'm trying to get more in touch with Christmas and just the holidays in general, rather than being so caught up with work. But typically, as life is, there always seems to be something to distract you from. I'm a Scrooge when it comes to... I'm a Scrooge the rest of the year. Fire away, Mayor, fire away. Oh, maybe, yeah, that could well be. He's not shifted those Doctor Who posters, though. I'm surprised for £1. But yeah, very frustrating. He answered repeatedly. Initially, he was like, oh, I've got somebody else involved. And we said, is it you? Because you had messaged her. And he went, oh, yeah. So, yeah, we thought it was going to go, and then just ghosted us. So, very frustrating there. Scottish, I love space, and I would agree with you there. They're saying it's so amazing, isn't it? Just about just looking out there and learning about all of that. One of you guys sent me I think it's like an interactive telescope, essentially like a Google Earth but of space, and you can zoom in from all of the images that we've collected of space. Absolutely stunning. And there's no escaping Christmas. I wish I could escape that. Come live in the Grinch. Alan's got a few ways you can escape. It's fine. Oh, I don't know the answer to that one. Lots of stuff on at the minute, but I was probably, because I wasn't in work today, so it might have been that I was stressing because I wasn't in work. So whenever I take a day off to do something else, I'm stressing about what mess I'm going to be coming back to. So I've got that to look forward to tomorrow. So that's probably that one. There, not learnt to take time off at the minute, but yeah, it is so clear tonight. This little ridge, and I want it to do more. It's not quite enough, is it? We're getting the difference. We're getting something, but it's not quite enough. Those beans he had was going to follow through. That's always a concern. I can't escape the magic of Christmas with a 4 and a 6-year-old running out. Jesus, yeah, that's exciting. What did they make of the cake? I bet you couldn't show it to them because it was too cursed to give them nightmares. Yeah, well, we want that nice clear sky. But all at Fumbleholt is right. I bet I'm not even saying the right, but it's right on the edge, So as that comes in, we're going to see if anything changes as that star comes into line there. Because as we were looking earlier, there appears to be an exoplanet potentially around one of the 3 stars there. They're not even, they're just the local neighbourhood kids. They're just breaking in. Is that why you've made the cake, to scare them off? Some sort of offering. I loved Xmas as a kid. I think if I had children, they'd probably bring the magic back. People, they do say that, but it's a lot of stress. Oh wow, that's almost as many as my old man. That is. And are they all feral, Kate, or are some of them better than the others? It's getting more common to not there. A proper little cough. Oh, straight book is the skull. Perfect. I love that. Doing 11-hour shift. I think of the money you make there, Raf. It's got its upsides. Yeah. I think you can, Kate. And yet you, yep, all feral. That's brilliant. It's how I describe my siblings, so it's hilarious. Yeah. Oh, it is up there as well, and thank you guys that you have done that. Yeah, no obligations for that one, helping in for the computer there, but thank you guys. You have amazing legends as always there. Some of you guys have been absolutely ridiculous on that one as well, so massive thanks for those ones. But it's going to be cool. Yeah, we're going to have high definition. Hopefully you'll see more of the stars, and hopefully more of this wonderful screen in HD across your platform of your choosing. We're also looking, I don't know if you caught it earlier, we mentioned it, but we're looking at ways to bring Alan into the chat over on Twitch, because with the technology nowadays, I think we can. Is 16-year-olds an absolute angel? Isn't it normally 16s when they start to get even worse? But hey, well, there we go. That's a good one there. Well, exactly. Yes, that is Christmas. Very much Christmas for yourself there. What I imagine Raf Darks does is Scrooge McDuck money swimming, is what I imagine there. Ah. So that would, because I think you mentioned, was it yourself, Raf, that mentioned around full moons? I know somebody was talking about care work and full moons, and you're noticing that correlation. And actually, as soon as we're talking about noticing and sensing the 3i and this general activity, the celestial activity and stuff, is there anything, would you say there's been any increase in activity? Has there been any change in those environments? Because if they're sensitive to lunar phases, is there also something going on now? Because a lot of you guys are talking about you know, about this certain effects, whether it's headaches, whether it's a sense of energy, whether it's a sense of dread, some people even there. I'm always busy. I haven't not been busy in 2007. The curse of kids there. Another energy spike. I'm fascinated. Yeah. What's that? Don't miss being 16. Wow, it was rough. Kids these days, exactly. It's savage. Oh, yes. Full moons in the police are a nightmare. Yeah, I've heard this one, Tickers. It does, and the few ambulance service say the same thing. Care community say the same. It's definitely an energy shift. Okay, so Carl's getting that one as well, because there is a lot going on up there, and it would make sense, wouldn't it, that we are linked in some ways. Keep glancing. I don't think I'm not paying as much attention to it, but it looks like it's getting more and more pronounced. Only slightly. I think it must just be my eyes. Why are we not getting the other spike there, though? It's very interesting. Busiest day / a night of the year in the police is Halloween. Really? I think it's more an inside joke that they behave more different, but it's one of them things that actually maybe it could. Oh! Cool. I'm getting the inside knowledge there. I've been full of energy, but I've also sensed energy shifts. Yeah, because recently you said it changed. Because was it headaches, or was it the ring? Or was it the sound that you were hearing at first, and then the other day it changed into this real positive energy? Kate, a few of us have mentioned the full moon in care homes. Really? So yes. So are we seeing something else now with this energy shift as well? Psych ward on full moon. Oh yeah, because you were saying, weren't you, about what was the place you worked, or I think you might mention a couple, but there was one particularly notorious one. I don't want to use the word asylum, but it may have been an asylum. That sounded absolutely fascinating. It's been about 5 years since I worked in care, though, about a decade in that, and yeah, in Joker, but also actual. I mean, a lot of these things start that way, don't they? It's also brighter. Again, it's those correlations you have to take into account there, Tickers. Is there a logical explanation for all these things? A correlation. Is that why they're connected with werewolves? It must be, mustn't it? Oh wow. Palliative care. So that is sad. It's got to take a lot out of you doing that. That makes sense. Up. There we go. Learn so every day. Hyroids. That was it. Because hyroids, I don't know if it's still there now or if it's been developed, but that was one that was on the Urbex scene for a while. I don't think it's one that I went to because it's too far up north. But I think hyroids was on the circuit back in the early 2000s. It used to... No, tickers. I used to be a werewolf, but I'm okay. No! Very good. Yeah. Yeah, so... it would make sense, wouldn't it, that if we are connected, it does seem to be that way in that lunar sense, that maybe there are other celestial events that can have some sort of causation there. One of my chest hair grows on the full moon. Just wake up like. Yeah, Leanne wakes up with a full beard on a full moon. But we got one. Come on. Come on. It looked like it thought about that a bit more, but no dice, sadly. Posh apartments now. The Black Daisy mosaic floor is still there. Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't want a posh apartment in an ex-asylum. There was one in, I want to say Sussex or Surrey, one of those. There, it's called Hellingley or something along that. It's Hell something. Hellingley, I think it was, an asylum there. Did Urbex there, but I thought, what a brilliant name for a dilapidated, abandoned asylum. Hell. That was a spooky one. Oh, I wouldn't want to live there. He's into Urbex. So, yeah, can you imagine me doing it, though? I used to back in the day. When you could hear security looking for you. Oh, no, I couldn't. I did not have the tolerance for that one. Oh, it's a meteor shower tomorrow, Scottish. Good. Thank you for the heads up. And it's looking like it may get some breaking the cloud tomorrow night as well. So I'm definitely going to be getting that camera out as soon as it gets dark. And I expect to see everybody joining us over on these various platforms for that one. Because how long have we waited? It's got to be... It's over a week. I think we did not the weekend just gone, the one before. We had a Saturday and Sunday night of mixed-ish bit of sky there, but even before that, so it was another week before then. So we've had a right rough luck. So hopefully we're going to get a nice good run coming in. Yeah, when hopefully tomorrow. Yeah, we might get. Let's double check on that one actually. What are the other apps saying? Because you don't trust just one there. Oh. Where are we? Let's open all of my million weather apps. Right, let's have a look. Loady. What's tomorrow looking like, guys? Clear your diaries if we have got some clear skies. Right, okay. Ooh. Oh, we might actually get half an hour in a minute of clear skies. I'll have to keep my eye out for that. Desperate to get the camera out. Right, so tomorrow midday starts to get patchy. Right, okay, so 6 o'clock. Okay, so from 7's clear, 7 to 8. There's a couple of odd clouds through. I mean, no luck, they'll cover us there. But yeah, okay. So at the minute, one app says tomorrow, some clarity. So that would be exciting, wouldn't it? What's the other one saying? That one's giving us 50-50. What about my other weather app there? Right, so that'd be Tuesday night. Okay, yeah, no, Tuesday night is looking... Hey, guys, right, get the popcorn. So tomorrow's going to be good there. It'd be good to see if it's clear. That would be good. A perfect alignment there. Meteor shower and some clear skies. I think we'll be in luck there. And we're buying a house on the site of an old workhouse that's turning in the shape of a skull. Yes, it is, isn't it? You look down to the road layout, it does look like a skull. That estate that you're moving on to. So we affectionately call it Castle Grayskull. I have daydreams of refurbing a haunted old asylum. I'm not a millionaire though, so it's not going to happen. I mean, what to live in? Keep forgetting to send fun. I like the idea of working with buildings like that with a lot of character and a lot of history. Maybe some sort of haunted museum or attraction. That could be fun. But I don't think I could live in it. No ghosts in the house. That's my rule. That Maya has perfectly pointed out a few times that ghosts would not listen to my rules, but I still cling to them in desperation. No ghosts in the house. Unlike Ticker's new place that's on top of an Indian burial ground, no doubt. It's going to be very, very haunted. You wouldn't live in it as well, Kate. No. But Scottish, yes, it's going to be clear. Now that. Let's go. Hey, how we doing? It's Disclosure Project, isn't it? I'm trying to remember everyone's names. Good to see you. And we've got something tonight. We've got something interesting. So, it's just some nosy roommates. I mean, normal, human, alive roommates are a pain enough. Let alone ones that you can't kick out. I wouldn't want to live with Dolores, yes. I'm curious, but I want to be able to leave it, out the door. No ghosts in the house. So yeah, we've actually got something, Disclosure Project. We've got this little ridge here, which is exactly where we would want to see something here. This is that range of frequencies around the hydrogen line there that are of interest to us. So whatever is causing this, and also earlier when we first fired up the stream, this wasn't its normal as it is now, orange and blue. It was pretty much all orange, and so that background level was much, much louder coming in. And for some reason, yeah, now it's quieted down a bit, but we've still maintained this plateau here. Right, so there is something going on there. Why would the background noise of the universe there be that little bit louder? Doesn't make sense, does it? That's followed and subscribed. Good man. Thank you, guys. But always committed. Do appreciate that. And hopefully we will be back on TikTok as well soon. But it's going to be a week or so. But at least you can join us over here. For now. Yeah, but you can tell them to piss off for a bit when you know how. I think I'll just annoy him more. That's the thing, isn't it? Oh. Yeah, no, I couldn't. I couldn't have it in my own house. They're not that you necessarily get a choice. I'd like to have access to a place though, so you could set up some really, proper experiment. Oh, excuse me, the wrong button there. Set up some proper experiments and things over long periods of time, and that would be pretty cool, I think. Where are we? Let me make sure I've got all my things up. Should we have a look to see if there's anything that's come through onto the old sightings? Actually, that's, oh no. Let's go back to top sightings. How many have we got? Let's scroll all the way down. Because we hit a few of these last night, didn't we? The other category. Yeah, do you get a choice though? No, we did that one. We did that one. Let's find some more sightings to have a look. That was a good one. That one wasn't. That one's Starlink. So let's undo this one. Ta-da! So what is this one? How do we get the information up? View. We're going to load. The Space and Paranormal Museum would be good for a build. Yes, now wouldn't that be cool? Especially if there was, like a proper haunted house as well, so you could do some experiments at the same time. There's a nice old building in this town, actually. Got my eye on it at the minute. Really big, really spooky looking. You can tell the difference if you're sensitive. I don't know whether I want to know. That is the thing. Like, is it good to get the heads up so you can do something about it, or is ignorance bliss sometimes? Can never decide on that one. So we've got one here. Orb appears halfway through the video, the left corner, and slingshots at high velocity, leaving a trail. Right, leaving a trail, that could be interesting. Now, what? That's very bright. Oh, it is playing. I don't think we're going to be able to see that because of the contrast. Very faint there. Okay. Oh no, we can. I mean, that could be a bright satellite. It's moving in a straight line. Stop doing anything. Oh, it's very bright there. If that's... Is that the moon or a street light? That's got to be a street light because there's still other stars behind it. No, maybe not. Ooh. Uncanny Expeditions is another good channel. He lives in Area 51 and just goes to annoy them. I'm sensitive. So you get the sort of the feelings as well. Has that been, Carl, has that been a good thing, knowing those sorts of things, or has it kind of got in the way? Yeah, no, it's not a very good video, that one. Croatia, though. That's obviously Starlink, so we'll skip that one. Bright orange oval, moving erratically. Now, the orange ones could be... this is Missouri in the US, and this is mid-September. So these ones could be... how do we make that one big? Have a Chinese lantern? It's off screen. Doesn't really give me much to go on that one, does it? Object was bright orange from the southern sky and then moved erratically, coming towards our direction, and then abruptly turned to the northeast direction. Not an aeroplane for sure, but not sure about what shape of object from my camera. Yeah, that wasn't really giving much. That's a verbal one. What's this one? Cambridge. I was at my room. Then I decided to look at the window and I see this. No noise. It seemed like the black thing is alive. So black shaped object moving slowly. Have a look in at this one. That seems bright white to me. But that is interesting. So you can see part of the object above the light source there. It's definitely below the clouds as well. I mean, you could say drone, but what drone carries a light like that unless it's purposely trying to trick people? That's interesting. Oh, it's been a good thing, as I can sense things in supposedly paranormal places. I love it. It's interesting. Oh, that is good then. I think I'll just scare myself with it. Strong wind blowing it around. Oh, yeah, could that be a lantern? Yeah. I mean, it does seem pretty stable, but the way it's, the top part of it's dark, as if there's no light. I would have thought that would have been illuminated if that was a lantern there. Maybe not, though. Sometimes things do not act as you would expect. What we got coming up now? California. Again, this is... Oh, this is June. 2 red orbs hovering. Are they red or are they going to be flashing? So make that a bit bigger. I mean, they're not strobing. One's... That's got to be... What's it done to his... Burnt out flares? Don't know that one. What do you think? The white light, yeah, it is, yes. That one was interesting, that one. Right, what are we on to the next one here? Stationary bright. Daytime UAP remains stationary as sky darkens here. And this is Arizona. In April 23. Oh my god, this has gone back a little bit. Let's have a look. It's like it's jumped. Could be. It wasn't strobing. Would have thought though. Oh. Shall we? Can we, let's see if we can get the map view on this one. Where's, let's take this off and I'll see if I can find the map view. Maybe we can do a little bit of tour of the world. Doesn't want to load anything. Where's the... I don't think we can get the map view on desktop. That's frustrating. There's not many options. That's an interesting one, though. Let's have a look at this one. I'll bring this one up for you. Ooh, zoom in on that one. Look at that. Look. Looks more of a solid object there. Moving quite fast. I mean, there's two other objects. Has that been a balloon release, maybe? But it's going quite fast for a balloon. Maybe not. So they tend to have strobes, don't they? The navigation lights, but they don't tend to have big spotlights or that's going to illuminate them in the same sort of contrast as a satellite would be illuminated. That'd be quite a bright light to do that. Yeah, that's got to be a balloon release. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, and there's some at the bottom beginning there. Look, there's a couple moving down there. Did they mention that? Let's have a look. What's the chat here? Toledo, Ohio. I'm always looking out the window and I caught whatever these are the last second. Couldn't reach my phone. There's 6 of them. Okay, so he's mentioned there's a few of them. I'm leaning towards balloon release there. My math is definitely wrong. It's carry it back. Yeah. This is why I'm not in charge. Shiny, silver shiny hovering feather-like shape, moving high and low. When's this one? Castle Rock, Colorado. Let's have a look at this one. I need to clean my screen. There's all sorts of marks that are coming up. I think it's moving, isn't it? That's why it's flashing. It's reflecting that light back as it's rotating, probably. Again, not clear enough for me to say anything. I was relaxing on the second floor of my home. I saw something that looked like a silver shiny object hovering like a feather, swaying with the winds in the sky. I started recording it because it looked unusual, something strange in the sky. I was sure it wasn't an airplane or a bird, but it could not have been some trash. Plastic bag, some unidentified object, not sure. I was curious to see how it went higher and higher, and then moved lower quickly and soared back up again. I might have seen it around for 20 minutes, and it was gone forever. Maybe anything. Yeah, that's probably rubbish or something, isn't it there? Oh, I have to have a look at that. That's an audio one. Housestead. There you go. Oh, what was... Let's have a look. Where is... Oh, but where's Discord hiding? There we go. Right. Harco's been sending me some very interesting things. Excuse me, where is this? Is it that one? No, where's... Let's look at the sightings. Alright, okay, let's load this one up. And if we bring this one back, there we go. So this is... allow. Right, so this is sightings, UFO, UAP sightings from around the world. So right, let's have a look. Come on, where should we? We should see what's gone back there. Sorry to get a coffee. Oh, I could do with a coffee. I read something earlier that they found structures under Africa, but the article didn't say much else. So, Rev, I've heard something a while back that they had found what appear to be sort of bridges, these wooden structures that there's signs of like carpentry that they interlock in a reasonably complex way. So some sort of like bridge structure that dates back like ridiculous, like 500,000 years or something so ridiculous, well before we expect humans to be around, let alone making stuff like that. Was it that sort of structure, or was it something more advanced? But I want some suggestions. Where should we look? Scottish place, Scotland. Okay, let's have a look. Let's have a look in Scotland. Okay. I mean, it makes sense that there's more people around those population areas. What is the green is recent. Okay, so let's have a look at this one here. Read the details. Change my screen. Where is the listing? What? Orb? Oh, okay. There it is. It's hiding up there. Oh, there's no images. That's a shame. I wonder if we can fill by. There's a white orb. Or haze around the object. Emitted beams. Alright, that is interesting. Orbs and lasers. Around 10 orbs dancing around. They morphed into laser-looking beams and prisms. Also saw a few shooting stars in the same spot. Now that's a little bit more interesting. When was that? That was December last year. No, 3 observers. So orbs, flashing lights and stuff. That's interesting. Really interesting. Yes. Okay, Blackpool, right. Where are we? That's down this way, isn't it? There we go. Oh, you've got a recent one too. It's going to be a report from Carl. Let's have a look. What is the recent report? Oh, we got a video for it as well. Okay, right. Let's read this one. Shape changing, color electric white / blue. Video evidence, swirling orb zipping around, then elongated craft like it liquidized, morphed into a different shape around 1140. Oh, sorry, 11:40 p.m. Last night. I believe I've witnessed a UFO in the sky for around 20 minutes. It was a spinning orb that looked like it was charged with electricity. It was blue / white. It was orange at one point. Then it went zipping through the sky faster than anything I've seen before. Let's see another shape in the sky a little later. Again, I have footage. Okay, now that will be interesting if he has. Oh, now that is. Well, it's not a Starlink. My first thought when you see a white little streak there, but you have got it mirrored over there. So is that a lens effect? But it's definitely not a straight line there, so I wouldn't say Starlink for that one. Is this the video? This is the video.
Come and see it on your phone. It's gone now. It's going.
I can see it. I can see it. Hang on. Oh, where's it
film
gone
it?
now?
Look,
Whoa, 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 whoa! What's that? Whoa!
It's over here. You
Oh.
can't see it from there.
What is that?
It's there. That fucking thing there I'm talking
Lots
about.
of
That
swearing.
thing there.
I know.
Okay, this one.
I'm finding it now. Hang on.
So it seems to be a white dot. It could stationary dot. There's not much on that, but that's interesting if it did what they said it was. Right, where is next on the list? Have you looked at Devon Way? And so let's have a look. So where are we? Right, here's your Devon. What's the recent? Exeter. This was the 2nd of the 5th of this year. Spinning stationary bicycle wheel of coloured lights. Oh, classic. Oh, you could hear it. That's good. For fuck's sake, what's that? Okay, oh, there we go. I got a video. Seems to be roughly stationary. Wouldn't necessarily call it a bicycle wheel of coloured lights, though. Some sort of libation. Yeah, just a bit. Oh, we'll have a look here, see if there's anything local, but wonder if my one will be there. are toasted, yeah. Okay, right, let's... oh, we've got a Margate or Whitstable. Very trendy. Very trendy. Let's have a look over there for... Ooh, all the way out. Come on. God, how does one use a map? Right. And where is... you're up here, aren't you? Isn't it? This way? Where's Margate? Is that Margate? No. That's Margate. No. Where's Margate? I thought it was... I always thought it was along opposite up here. That's Broadstairs, isn't it? This is Margate, isn't it? We're going to see where everything... Oh, there's Ramsgate. There we go. That's why. Well, anyway, we're getting Ramsgate for now then. Let's have a look. Orb, circle, or let's have a look at the circle one. Circle lights on it. So when I was 7, I saw a white spot floating in the air. It started to move towards the west. Oh, it wasn't much to that one. Right. Okay. So... Oh, I was close. I was close. Margate is here. There we go. Now it comes up. Right. Okay. They're not recent ones. What's the most recent there? 2024. That's not too bad, is it? There. Possible drone. Okay. Lights and object changed colour, made a sound, heard a noise, looked to see a craft flying overhead, and then came back towards me, dropped in height, looked at me. It seemed, and left heading out towards a Manston area. I'd guess had green and blue flashing light. I feel like it was scanning or taking photos of me when it stopped and dropped in height. I believe the colour of lights changed at that time, though it seemed too good and sophisticated to be a drone. I mean, yeah, could well be. Send no pictures. What about some other ones here? Object was rotating under itself and changing shapes. Interesting. Object rotating in of itself and changing shapes. The shining polygon. And there. It looked like a cake, but it had a weird face. Where else are we there? Let's have a look. Ah, what we've been seeing on the stream? Good point. Very similar to that. Very similar. I think I'd be seeing things too. Or Surrey. Yeah, we could definitely do Surrey. Name a town in Surrey. Where are we? These fireworks tonight. My poor... Oh. We're not getting them over here yet, though. That's not Margate. That's Ramsgate. Oh, Scottish. School tomorrow. Oh, Scottish. Oh, well, hopefully we'll catch you in the evening. His geography is good as his ringtone. Yeah, spot on. Exactly. Brilliant. Top tier. I'm glad you agree. So I just saw a dog on TikTok with a woolly hat, and it apparently helped him with that. Oh, ho, 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 ho. It's true. Oh. Yeah, definitely. It really can kick off, can't it, for the poor things? Weighted blanket. Oh. Epsom in Surrey. Alright, we can do that one. Now, I have to embarrass myself trying to find that one now. Right, let's have a look for Surrey. Alright. So, Surrey, this area-ish. Where's Epsom? Oh, there's no little search, is there? Oh, right. No. Never remember which way around Surrey and Sussex is. that's too far. Let's get into Kent. Is it more this way? No, we're getting too high up there. Sod it. We're doing... Anyway, just have to finish. Yeah, all here all night, me trying to manually find it. Mayor, I have to get to earlier. Thank you so much for joining us, Mayor. I'll see you later. Scottish too. There. Right, well, anyway, sod it. We're just going to pick here. Where's this one? We are looking at... When was it? So 2025, a recent one. Chipstead, there we go, exciting there. It's an oval. Oh, we got an image. The object slowly came into sight from a thin line to a bright, slight stationary, then slowly disappeared into the distance. At first, I thought it was the moon hiding behind the cloud, and then the orange line grew bigger into a bright orange light. Then I realised it was not the moon or a plane, so I opened a window and my husband both took photos. Immediately the object started to disappear into the night. We reviewed our photos and zooming in we saw a distinct oval shape. Oh, that is quite bright, isn't it? I'll give him that. Alright, fair enough for that one. What do we think of that? That's quite interesting. Reminds me of what we saw on the horizon when we went up the hill fort there. Maybe controversial, but I think fireworks should be banned apart from advertised displays. I mean, they do get a bit ridiculous. I'd ban them all. That's not that great. Matched with a fireworks matched with a pop quiz. Ah. Oh no, pop quiz to make you. I thought you meant like as the results were in. Bang. Works well there. Yeah, there is also a downside to it all as well. I can't even bother to explain at the minute, but something that was interested to do with the experiments we were doing in Mind Labs as well. There is an advantage to fireworks, but I can't bother to go off on that tangent at the minute. Right, there you go. What do we think of this one? This is, I think it's quite interesting. Look how bright that one is compared to its surroundings. That is like a light source, proper strong one. I'd like to know which direction they're facing. Do they say? Look at those. No, south. Okay, direction of view of south. There we go. So it's unlikely to be setting sun or anything like that. Interesting. I liked that one. That was a good one. Well done, Raf, for pointing us in the very rough direction of that one. Right, next suggestion. Let's give us another location there. Oh, I'm out of water. Need to get a little bell for service. Should we go international for this next one? I like the pretty colours, but I do feel you're a bit there. It seemed to have quietened down a bit, because there was a period I remember when I was probably about 12 or 13, the whole of like the weeks either side of, you know, the 5th were just constant. It was like the Somme. It was just bang, 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 all night, every night for a good couple of weeks. It does seem to have chilled out a little bit. Okay, look, so obviously we're quite popular with the old UFOs here. The Netherlands seems to be quite densely packed there as well. I wonder what the old US looks like. Oh my god, you can just see it on the horizon. Da, 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 da. Look how much... It's crazy. It's quite interesting because apparently, is it Brazil? Maybe some of the other countries as well. They're quite open with UFO reports. You know, it's more open in their culture as well. Same as France, but yet there's much less of them. Netherlands are quite interesting though. That's another dense patch for Europe. Area 51, Carl. Good shout there. Oh, you missed the... Did you? Oh, we will be doing another once we've got the stream bloody working again. Yeah, we'll be doing another one. I think that the second one might be a bit more interesting as well there. Right, let's have a look. Area 51, Nevada. no, Arizona, Las Vegas, so it's somewhere around here. God, this not. I wish we could put this to normal. I could recognize it by landmarks. Is this going to be roughly the area there? Area 51. Hey, we found it with nothing there. Right. So what's the most recent one? 2013, 1996 the earliest. Let's look at the latest one there. General area. Right. Lights an object, aurora or haze around the object. It was changing. Area 51, large bright light on or near to the ground with long, thin, grey shape bisecting the light. Seen out of a jet window. Okay, so they were flying, looking down. Okay, no images. That's a shame, but you know, hey ho. Let's go back. Let's check the 96 one. Oval. 4 adults videotape object over Area 51 Nevada. Video shown on 2 different episodes of Unsolved Mysteries. Okay, so come on this. In 1992, 4 of us were able to capture on video some of the maneuvers of the Area 51 object. It showed the craft hovering, then moving down the ridgeline until it disappeared. Also on video, the morning sequence. Yeah, the morning sequence which showed the craft pulsate and becomes brighter. This is the segment used on Unsolved Mysteries. Once it became totally dark, it was nearly impossible to capture all of the maneuvers on video. This thing could go from horizon to horizon in just seconds. It would fly just like a meteor, stop on a dime, then go completely in different directions. We all saw the craft become brighter, almost as if it was gaining energy, then shot across the sky. After doing several maneuvers, the light would become dim and then go out. The other 3 said it just disappeared, but I was looking through binoculars and saw what appeared to be an egg-shaped craft with the slightest pearlescent green glow. Green, interesting, and eggs also tying in with stuff that we're hearing a lot now, and this was 1996, or 1992. Occurred, reported 1996. I watched it go out of range. The craft would be gone for approximately 45 minutes. Then, the exact same time, all 4 of us heard a high-pitched frequency inside our heads. Then, instantly, the object would appear. I saw through the binos what appeared to be some sort of docking with a larger ship. There were several smaller ships throughout the evening, which appeared to me as if they were helicopters observing from a distance. Again, ties in some other reports there. I'm a private pilot and former Marine. I spent a lot of time around planes and helos. This craft was definitely not one of those. Finally, what seemed to bother us all was towards dawn. The craft came to a stop and almost appeared to mimic a star. It stayed in rotation with the rest of the stars until dawn. Okay, so it picked a parking spot and rolled down it. Nice. Where are we? Oh, my best friend lost her oldest brother to... Wow. No, I bet not. Jesus. I mean, you always hear horror stories, don't you? But wow. Can't find Margate, let alone I found Area 51 pretty quickly there, but can't find Margate though. Grilled cheese time out, that's fair enough, Roselle. Enjoy. Damn it, now I want grilled cheese. Right, where next? Let's find us another one. And also remember, guys, we have got Friday, we've got our next deep dive. It's going to be on the MJ12 documents. That's going to be a fun one. That'll be over on Patreon. It is worth checking, though, because I just checked the Patreon, and it's doing a weird thing at the minute where if you signed up for the free trial and the free trial ends, it automatically pushes you into the free club, which doesn't then give you access to the thing. So you need to make sure you're on the Skywatcher tier, so then you can actually get access to the live on that one as well. So yeah, just a heads up if you're wondering where it's all gone. When you're there Friday waiting, but that is going to be a fun one. And I had a quick look through the MJ12 documents, and oh my god, it's going to be quite difficult to read through things that look like they've been photocopied about 4,000 times. But hey, it'll be quite interesting. Right, where next? Come on, guys, let's have another look around the globe. Oh, even got little sightings in the middle of the bloody Atlantic. That's interesting. Oh, look, actually, look, these must be USO ones. this one here. And it's a recent one, September. But, what? They're repressing it here. Utah. Oh, you're right, there is. What is the base in Utah? Oh, Bermuda, though. Bermuda Triangle. Come on. Oh, why can't I click it? Come on. Look. Oh, there we go. Is it going to shout for this one? No, they're hiding all the good ones, guys. Right, Utah. I have no idea where Utah is. I know it's reasonably warm. Utah, there we go. Let's pick this one. Does it give you notifications to renew? Because I'm sure there was an auto-renew things. Honestly, I don't know. I've not signed up on that side of things, so I don't really have a clue. I've just noticed a lot of people are in that free section now, so I'm assuming it's an auto thing, including the account that I set up, so I didn't get a notification when I joined it myself, unless it went into my spam there. Right, let's see what we got in Utah here. What's the newest one? 2024. A Dugway Proving Ground. That is one of the sites that they talk about at Dugway. And we've just found... What are the chances of that? Can't find it, but managed to find the base there, Raf, in Utah. There we go. I want 10 points for that one. Amber colour trowel, followed by a yellow oval shape and colour, which turned the outside green, full green, and disappeared like sucked into a void. Around 1 AM in the morning on the 8th of December 2024, during my patrol, I saw a trail of amber in colour, followed by a big oval shape. You know, started to turn green from the outside, full green, and then disappeared. Interesting. What other ones did they have there? Then we can look for some more. Three bright lights tied to each other in varying heights in the atmosphere, across the darker and lighter than in the normal sky. Was travelling home, approaching Stockton, Utah from the south on State Route 36, saw three unusual star/light formations in the sky that appeared as if they were tethered to each other. The closest was very close. In the foreground of mountains, clouds, the moon, silver, and everything else in sky view. I thought it was a helicopter at first, but it didn't really move like one at all. The second was significantly further out in the atmosphere, but acted tethered, like with a string to the first. The third was very tiny. I would have guessed it was almost to outer space, but again was behaving like it was tethered to the first two. I was driving and couldn't pull over, so I don't know if they moved at all. They looked pretty stationary, maybe moving in a small round and about, but keeping the string taut. Okay. I tried to take a video while driving. The traffic wasn't cooperating on the dark, small, rural, there we go, highway. It looked like many cars of the general public were appearing to take a look, especially as it got to the city of Toul, a couple of miles north of where they were still visible. It seemed also that when I had the camera on my phone up to take a picture, it showed nothing but the night sky with a darker black square covering the entire area where the lights were in the sky. Okay, that's interesting. A dark black area, so maybe there was a physical ship and he was just seeing the lights on them. Upon closer inspection of the actual sky, there indeed was a darker area that it looked like these things had either put there a la chemtrail fashion, or it was already there and these were commissioned to float through the black. Could see the actual sky instead of the darker colour in three rectangular strips across the dark colour. These strips were the path they had travelled over. I can't pronounce that one. From north to south roughly. One other strange happening was that I noticed a couple of zones of very, very bright lights shining from the city of Toul, west towards the skies where the lights were. It looked like they had been placed on top of the city buildings and the country buildings and aimed west, or two separate, aimed west, assuming some sort of military cloaking or anti-radar test, but don't have any specific documentation. Interesting. That one. Where are we? In there. I was typing Bermuda Triangle as you said it. We'll have to have a look there, Laureless. We'll go back to the Bermuda Triangle. Ooh, and Antarctica, can't like it there. Posh. He does like his fancy food there. Tomato sauce. Chef, I am not. Right, okay, let's do the Bermuda Triangle then. Antarctica. Okay, so, right, Bermuda Triangle. Which is basically this bit here, isn't it? Miami, Bermuda, Bahamas. So, actually, surprisingly, look, there's not much. There's a few historic ones. Can we... Oh, it's not that old. Is it going to show us, though? Because it wasn't showing the... Oh, no, we've got some here. Alright, we've got two. Let's start off with this one, which was slightly before that one. Oh, and there's pictures, okay. Multiple objects above our altitude. During a flight northbound, we saw objects above our altitude for approximately 2 hours. The objects would accelerate rapidly and come to a sudden stop. They could also increasing or decrease altitude suddenly without turning. There were no returns from ADS-B indicating aircraft. Oh, look at those images. Okay, so it's hard to differentiate. Is that some of these cockpit lights they're reflecting? Because if that is all of the lights that they were seeing and they were moving as described, that is full on. That is full on, isn't it? I mean, it's quite bright. What do we think of those ones? It definitely is Cheese Central. That's a good one. Well done for that suggestion there. Right, that was that. Let's check out this one then. Up to 6 satellites appearing lights under and to the west of the Big Dipper. I'm a major airline captain. We were flying from the Dominican to New York very late at night, moonless over the Atlantic Ocean with clear skies. Ahead of us was the Big Dipper in the northern sky, below the tail of the Dipper, and a little to the west we watched up to 7 of what looked like satellites dance for hours, occasionally making discernible patterns, what looked like docking. They would go bright and dim at first. I thought maybe they were military and off the coast of the US, but we didn't make up any relative ground on them for hours, which makes me think they must be spaceborne. I would have accepted many different explanations until 2 of them just went up and up and up and up, eventually disappearing into the high dark stars. The others remained in the same location by the Big Dipper and were visible as we made our descent into JFK, eventually losing sight of them. Now that is interesting. There was a video for this one as well. Exactly. I expected more from it. Which one of you guys is awake still? Could be interesting. Could be. Bermuda Triangle, Ref says, I just think it's a place where there's so much weather change. It could well be. Those vast stretches of oceans. I mean, God knows what happens over there. Alright, have we got any more on that one? Is it just there's just those two? So it's the Antarctic next, wasn't it? Yeah, let's close that one. Right. Oh no, the Antarctic. There we go. Wrong one. Oh. Doesn't seem to be anything here. That is a little bit suspect, isn't it? No, there's nothing. What's the nearest one then? Oh no, no, look, we got one. When was this? In 2022, so it's not even that long ago. Oh. Deception Island. I mean, that's not sus, is it? What? Okay. Oh, explanation, camera anomaly certain. Okay, outside on a deck of a cruise ship taking pictures of Deception Island. I was on an Antarctic cruise and we were approaching what I believe is Deception Island. I was outside on the deck taking pictures. I took this picture. I did not notice until I returned home and was looking at my pictures. I had captured 5 unusual atmospheric anomalies. I made a copy of the picture, both were attached, and the second picture I circled with a magnifier. So these are apparently atmospheric anomalies. Apparently camera anomalies. So I'll zoom in on them a bit. I mean, look at that. Lovely landscape there, isn't it? Bit chilly. Shh, the portal. You're getting white noise. You shouldn't be. Unless you're very, very delayed. I mean, you never know. The weirdest one is the military plates. Was that Flight 91 or something? And then the ones also sent to find them went missing. Yeah, that is a bit, isn't it? Repeatedly vanished from radar. What could do that? I mean, there was that really good story, wasn't there? From it was a private pilot, and he would regularly fly from Bermuda to Miami. So the guy knew his plane, knew all the details, knew exactly how much fuel he would use. He had done it repeatedly. And then there was this one trip that he was flying, I think, Bermuda to Miami, back home. And he comes into contact with this sort of weird weather tunnel, and it looked like a tunnel of cloud, and he ended up flying through this weird stormy tunnel of cloud, and then basically comes out the other side of it uneventfully, but was there in Miami about 2 hours ahead of schedule, and also without using half of the fuel that he needed to either. Still had almost full tanks of fuel. So it's like, well, something happened there because he's crossed that distance. So maybe there is something weird going on. The official line is that it's either pilot error, severe weather, etc., and that disappearances are no higher. But I mean, never know, dear. Mathematically, these things are quite interesting. Are we drawing? Are we putting our own little spin on it? What's these ones? South Georgian Islands. The way we're dividing that triangle up, getting more odd results there. Large crash-landed craft on Google Earth. Okay. Located south on the Sandwich Islands. Large craft appears to have crash-landed on the coordinates I have placed under SETI. Alright, should we see if we can find that one? Is it going to load? Okay, well, it's the right place. But, I mean, I don't see a crashed craft there. I see snow. Looks very cold there. Yeah, no. Right, next location. The point where weather is created. Oh, Skinwalker Ranch, yes. Sounds like the Highlands. Have you heard of the story where a plane goes missing and then it comes back decades later and nobody on the plane has aged? Oh, there was something. Was it? That rings a bell, or am I just trying to thinking of Lost or something? Right, let's have a look. Skinwalker Ranch. You know what? Where is Skinwalker Ranch first? Hold on. It's Utah, isn't it? Yeah, there you go. Right. So where is this? Let's get our orientation. Okay, right, and let's go to here. Well, we spinning around. Right, where is Utah? Utah was over here. Okay, so it's around and here, isn't it? So I think it's about here. Yep, it's just south of that water body there. So about here, Skinwalker Ranch. There's nothing. There's something here. That's close enough by. Right, what have we got here? Woman in her 20s seen round object, and that was in 2013. Woman in her 20s sees round object. I was a 2 to 3 year old child when my father was transferred to a small government boarding school for American Indian children during World War II. The school was at the now closed White Rocks Indian School near Fort Dutchess, northeastern Utah. My mother tells me the story that while we were there, she took me out for a walk near the school. I understand that many UFOs are spotted in the Fort area today, with some speculation that that there may be a UFO base in the area. During our afternoon walk, my mother said a large silvery object came into sight and made a 360 flight around us, then left. My mother for decades thought the object might have been one of the incendiary device balloons launched by the Japanese imperialist forces from the Japanese home islands during the war. The Japanese hoped to start fires on the American mainland and would launch them between the end of the war, basically. Some 9,300 the balloon bomb devices were sent aloft. 300 were observed. They were an ineffective weapon, though 6 people across the US were killed by the devices. However, when I become an adult, I asked my mother some questions about what she saw that day. She gave essentially the same explanation as above again. I asked if she would draw it. She drew a round object that may have been a balloon. However, she apparently did not see a dangling incendiary device or bomb. I think that at the height, as she reported, about 500 feet above us, the device would have been plainly visible. Yeah, okay, so that's interesting. There's a wartime sighting. What was the other ones on there? Glowing egg. Ooh. Where are we? Let's have a look in the old chat. Oh, definitely a great idea for a film. That's not long till Christmas. Don't think we've been good enough this year, though. I think that's what the Manifest, the TV program was, wasn't it? I don't know that one. Time travel aids, yes, it's a good rabbit hole to get down, isn't it? And hello, Scottish. The footage of people vanishing on CCTV freaks me out. Airports, etc. Oh, I haven't seen those tickets. You have to show me them. Right, okay, what we got on here? Glowing egg or oblong-shaped flying object rises up from the ground and went east. My wife and I had just put our kids to bed. We went outside on our porch for some fresh air and were just about to go back inside to bed when we saw a funny light moving slowly up from the low area on the landscape. We live right by the Ute Indian Reservation. It started changing colours from the steady yellow glow to all kinds. When it passed directly over our heads, it slowed to no more than 25 miles an hour as it shifted from colour to colour, and the only sound was a slight buzzing, which my wife said she heard, because I'm pretty deaf due to my military service. It went towards the direction of due east, I'd say, and then maybe 1,000 feet away it vanished in the black night sky. This never happened before, and it was an egg or oblong shaped, and the power was off all over the area. Interesting. What do we make of those ones? Right, let's do Giza, shall we? Let's do another classic site there, the old pyramids. And whereabouts are they? That'd be next to Cairo. Volumes, they're over this way. It's all desert to me. There's nothing really around here. Let's try this one. 22, that's not, or was it 2013? Giza, there we go. My mother saw a UFO, but she don't know English, so I write on her behalf. She told me she saw a big glowing orange sphere craft. It was like a ball of orange light / a fireball. It had an orange aura. It was above our apartment, and it stopped. It started to emit orange light. It was like it is exploding, and then flew away, and it didn't make a sound. That's 2013. Surprisingly, not much there. There was that one recently, but it wasn't there. What's this one here? It's the new one. Possible balloon. It was approximately 8,000 feet, travelling at a relatively high speed and rotating. I could see the edges in transparent, but the centre is hollow. It was at the colour of the sky and the clouds. It didn't want to be noticed. Travelling from southeast to northwest, I was feeding birds and looking for them on the sky and saw it by chance. I really pushed my brain not to confuse it with a flying plastic bag, but I am sure it wasn't. I live on the 4th floor, and the altitude I saw the orb at and the way it was travelling dismissed the bag hesitation for me. Where else? Other interesting sites there. Yeah, let's do here. What have we got here? Bath, Bradford on Avon. Follow the train line down. There we go. Oh, good old Warminster. So we had all those sightings here, but I don't really think they've been listed or logged here. So what have we got here? 1981 up to 2022. My sighting was a long time ago, 1981, although at the time I went to the police station, reported the sighting and told everyone. I told everyone for days. No one really believed me, so in all these years I mainly kept it to myself. Now I'm older, I think the encounter was actually quite significant. I was 18 years old at the time. This is what happened. I was driving back home from work at night. I worked in Salisbury and lived in Warminster. I came over a brow of a hill. At the top of the hill, which then went around to the right. There, just starting to cross over the road from right to left, was a UFO. It was at lamppost height, as long as a bus, and the best way to describe it is similar to some of the pictures you see being drawn of them, a flying saucer. It was going very slow, and it was that low. I braked and stopped the car. I then sat there and watched it cross over. It was countryside either side of the road. It had portholes/windows in the middle section with lights that could be seen inside, but there was a very distinctive thing about it, and that was the noise. It made a very deep, intermittent humming noise, which at a guess must have been its engines. Being so close, there was no mistaking the fact on what it was. I can still picture the craft in my mind now after all these years, and realise that I'm quite lucky to have experienced that. It doesn't really bother me that people don't believe you. I'm now married with kids and I tell them the story and they don't believe me either. Anyway, I know what I saw. It was close, so there was no mistaking it for anything else there. So that was in the 80s there. It happens to everyone, exactly. Australia and China. Okay. Right. Well, is there anything in the Pine Gap area, maybe? Let's go all the way around here. So China would be interesting. So again, culturally, they were quite open about it. It was quite common, but then reporting things online, probably something that they're not very happy about doing. Let's look at this one. This is a recent one. That's this year. Oh, there's a picture too. There you go. A bright white sphere/orb with a ring around it. I was at sea level looking towards the sea in the southeast direction. I saw a bright white sphere/orb with a ring around it, the main object. It was a sunny day with clear skies. The main object was moving relatively slowly left, right, up and down, not necessarily in the order. I didn't see any rapid movements. As it was moving, it was emitted what appeared to be green smoke and a hue around the main object. There was a smaller white spherical shaped object which was moving around it. The smaller object was only visible when I zoomed in on my phone. I couldn't see with the naked eye. I observed this for around 1 minute before I took my phone out and filmed it. After I filmed it, it changed. I decided to change my position and take it from a different angle. I turned away for around 20 seconds and when I looked back, it was gone. I mean, let's have a look at this one. What's the video like here? Doesn't look like he's out at sea. Odd. Oh, I imagine so, Laura. Yeah, Laura. Until you can answer that question, it's going to be there, open in your mind. Right, let's do a quick one over Australia, then we'll wind this up for tonight. But hopefully, yes, tomorrow will be a nice clear night. Right, there we go, right in the middle of nowhere. Is this sort of Pine Gap territory? What's this one? A bright, car-sized red light sped over ocean near a cliff. Under 1 kilometre away, seen from my bedroom, lit up the ground, moved extremely fast. Very close to land, less than 1 kilometre, I'd say, moving very fast. Through my bedroom window, large about the size of a car. I live on a cliff over the ocean. It was extremely bright. That's not very helpful, especially as it's put in the middle of the land. Hold on. Let's get rid of that one. Ooh, let's go North Ranch. Where was this one, wasn't it? In 2025. Sighting of 5 UFOs over Central Australia. Our aircraft was followed by 1 UFO, and then shortly afterwards, another 4 UFOs appeared in the sky over Central Australia. I recorded this, and it's available via the YouTube link. Alright, let's have a look at this then. This is... So this was apparently following them. I mean, aircraft could be moving very, very fast. If that was a lantern, they would have left it behind a while ago. Me. Zoom in a bit. Yeah, colours are changing. Interesting. Ooh. The best is yet to come, alright? They're making promises. Having a little disco. I mean, it is interesting that it's maintaining its size relative to us, so it must be maintaining some sort of... If it was following, so you're assuming it's behind. Is that what the guy... Oh yeah, is that the DJ chap? I've got a feeling that this sort of patterned effect is probably something to do with zoom on a digital camera. It looks like more of an artifact of how light is processed. I don't know that for a fact, but it gives me the feeling that that's how we're seeing a lot of that effect, because it's becoming quite common now, isn't it? Because I caught one once over here looking up, and I zoomed in and had that weird texture to it. And it does look really organic, doesn't it? It looks like that. It looks like there's something going on there, almost like a plasma. I was thinking, but I know that cameras act really, really weird in low light, let alone when you're zooming in on them. Saw one of them when that stuff in Jersey was kicking about. I mean, it could be something interesting. I mean, the fact that, you know, he's on a jet and he's moving away from the object, they move very bloody fast. Even stars are going to appear to change a little bit quite quickly, but he had his camera on there, so maybe it was following him. Yeah, the New Jersey drone was at the end of last year, wasn't it? Right, anyway, I'm going to wind it up for us there tonight. Thank you for joining us once again. Hopefully tomorrow, a clear night. Well-deserved clear night. Fingers crossed. But yeah, thank you ever so much, everyone, for joining us. You guys are absolutely amazing, keeping us going whilst we're trying to get through this little off-platform diversion, but it's been fun, a little bit slower. That allows us to experiment with a few other things here and there. So yeah, it's been a good little playing around session there. But yeah, looking forward to hopefully some clear nights with you guys tomorrow, and hopefully going forward for a few extra ones there. I think we definitely owed them very much there. But again, thank you for that. And yeah, we've got Friday. We're going to be still doing the Patreon deep dive over there. So definitely check, make sure you're all correctly done so you can actually join us for that one. There you got, check in your settings, make sure you're on the Skywatcher tier there. So yeah, make sure you join us for that one. And yeah, if you were looking as well on the old what's it called now, the GoFundMe thing, the link for that is on the Discord, or the link in bio for that. But you guys are absolutely awesome, and yeah, I'm looking forward to hopefully seeing you for a clear night tomorrow.